Nancy Mace is currently losing it. She's obligated to. It is a day. But now it's on the Republicans. A small group of Republicans that have narrowly prevented her censure attempt against Ilhan Omar to go through, where she wanted to strip away her committee assignments for not properly performatively grieving. The vote ended up being 214 to 213, a reminder of how close things are and how much every single seat matters. And Mace is not taking the loss well, tweeting, "4 Republicans sold out tonight. They sided with Democrats to protect Ilhan Omar, a woman who mocked the assassination of an innocent American husband and father," which would be shocking if Omar had done that, which she very obviously did not, but Nancy Mace doesn't care, she's just lying. She says, Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tom McClintock, and Cory Mills just sided with Democrats to protect Ilhan Omar. I'm actually surprised by all of those and some people that were not on her side, but thank you to those 4. It is good to see that. Mills called his vote a constitutional First Amendment issue. That's good. Flood told reporters he condemned Omar's remarks, but believed they should be investigated by the House Ethics Committee before any disciplinary action is taken. So half credit to him, I guess. Flood also warned of the potential consequences for Republicans in a Democratic Congress if Omar was censured. Quote, "What goes around comes around." Like, for instance, if the Democrats were in charge, they might want to censure Randy Fine for saying, "Go ahead and starve Palestinian kids if you want to," or tweeting yesterday that Islam is incompatible with American values, which is objectively more offensive than anything Ilhan Omar said. And so, yeah, Flood is right. Because if we get back in charge and they've been doing stuff like this, we should totally do that. Anyway, Nancy Mace goes on to say, they sold out and chose to protect Ilhan Omar, a woman who mocked the cold-blooded assassination of an innocent American husband and father who has openly supported ISIS and the Muslim Brotherhood and who has repeatedly incited political violence. They didn't stand with Charlie Kirk. They didn't stand with the millions of Americans mourning his death. They stood with the one who mocked his legacy. They showed us exactly who they are, and we won't forget. Yeah, you will. You'll be back on attacking trans people before the day is out. You won't remember this. But anyway, I do think it's ironic that they are trying to cloak their effort to censor and censure everyone who they disagree with by linking it to Charlie Kirk, a guy who we're told his legacy is a devotion to free speech. So that seems utterly ironic. Everything that she said about Ilhan Omar is a vicious, disgusting lie. She has never done any of those things. She keeps repeating it over and over and over again, whatever. I'm moving on to Ilhan Omar right now. She said, "Would love to see you get the help you need next. You belong in rehab, not Congress." And hell yes, Representative Omar, you are totally right. Nancy Mace has serious issues. And I'm not even just talking about this. The way that she has turned from like a defender and supporter of the LGBTQ community to like rabidly trying to destroy every trans person in America, I believe is a sign of some sort of serious psychological issue. Now, she's not required by law to get aid for that, although maybe we're moving in that direction. Fox and Friends has told me that if you don't take the aid that is given, terrible things can happen to you. And the person who said that still has his job, so clearly it wasn't that bad that he said it. Anyway, Ilhan Omar goes on to say, literally none of this is true and this woman needs to get help. We have to stop allowing members who are experiencing mental breakdown to continue to work without getting them the help they need. This is an emergency. Let's help her before she hurts herself or one of us. Now, Ilhan Omar is a person who I think is driven by a lot of lefty empathy and compassion. So it is possible that she is just saying that out of a serious and genuine concern for the well-being of Nancy Mace. And if that is the case, I support her. It's also possible that she's just trolling Nancy Mace. And if that's the case, I support her. More actually, I hope that it's that one or por qué no los dos. Maybe it's both of them. I don't particularly care. Nancy Mace is walking garbage and she deserves no respect. Ilhan Omar deserves to be defended, and that's why we do that. And in the same way that I invited Jasmine Crockett on, Representative Omar, if you'd like to come on this program and talk about all of this stuff, we can have an awesome and respectful conversation. I'll end with this. This is what Nancy Mace had to say to Ilhan Omar. She's a nasty human being. She hates our country. She hates our country so much she doesn't have to be here. She's disgusting. She's vile. She's literally accusing me of substance abuse. When have you ever seen me abuse any substance? She's a liar and she's a vile human. I did not see her accuse her of substance abuse. I think she accused her of having psychological issues. Like, you could take issue with that if you want to have an issue with anything, but you don't have to like just dial it back. You don't have to do a Gollum impression. Just, you have a disagreement with this person. You could be an adult about it. You could be a congressperson about it. But instead, she's decided to go way beyond just censure. Did you catch what she said there? She doesn't have to be here. What she's dabbling in is, hey, maybe we deport Ilhan Omar. I mean, after all, Ilhan Omar, a United States goddamn citizen, said something I don't like, so maybe she should be deported. Now, that's not a standard that I have lived my life with in the past. But again, Johnny Damage is always trying to learn as times change. That evidently is the standard we have right now. And I just crunched the numbers. I've disagreed with Nancy Mace about a whole hell of a lot. So I am now formally calling for Nancy Mace to be deported from the United States. And I'm sure you're wondering where. And I want to be very clear, I don't care, okay? If she's gonna call for Ilhan Omar to be deported, to have her citizenship stripped away, I'm gonna say the exact same goddamn thing about Nancy Mace. And barring that, at the very least, get her the help she so desperately needs. We have a long established and growing mental health epidemic in America, and it tears my heart apart to see it. And so let's do something about it. Let's at least offer her the help, and hopefully she will be big enough, she will be courageous enough to accept that assistance. And thank you to Representative Omar for offering it, okay? And for being the bigger woman in this case.